Normalmente, me levanto a las 6 de la mañana. Me baño antes de desayunar. Me visto. Y antes de salir, me cepillo los dientes. Now, why are there so many me before the verbs? These are signaling something that is very important in the Spanish language. Reflexive verbs. Hi everybody, I'm Daniel and this is Spanish 55. So first things first, what are reflexive verbs? They are verbs where the subject and an object of a sentence are one and the same. In other words, they perform the action on themselves. They are quite common in the Spanish language, although they can be translated to myself, yourself, himself, and so on. They are used even in places where you will not see them in the English language. For example, when you introduce yourself in Spanish, you would say, Me llamo Daniel, ¿cómo te llamas? That actually means, I call myself Daniel, how do you call yourself? So it can be tricky at first, but once you get the hang of them, you'll start speaking Spanish more fluently. Now, some of the most common reflexive verbs are aburrirse, acostarse, arreglarse, bañarse, cansarse, despertarse, divertirse, dormirse, enojarse, enfermarse, preocuparse, quedarse, sentarse, vestirse. Did you notice anything special? They all share the same suffix or ending, se. You can turn almost any verb in Spanish into a reflexive verb just by putting these two letters at the end. To conjugate them, you'll drop that se at the end, conjugate the verb as you normally would, and place a reflexive pronoun before the verb. These are the pronouns that you need to use. For first person in singular, you'll use me. For second person in singular, you'll use te. For first person in plural, you'll use nos. For the remaining pronouns, second person informal, second person in plural, third person in singular and plural, you'll use se. The key to mastering reflexive verbs are really reflexive pronouns. Think of them like a mirror, reflecting the action back to the subject. For example, if you say, yo baño el perro, that means I give the dog a bath. But if you say, yo me baño en las tardes, that's I give myself a bath. You see, one word changes the meaning completely. When can you use them? Well, when you talk about daily routines like me levanto a las 6, se duermen tarde. For emotions or moods like se aburren las reuniones, me enojo fácilmente. Or for passive actions like se rompió el vaso. Now, when you use them with passive actions, they actually soften the blame. It's like saying, it wasn't me, it just happened. All right, let's do a small exercise. How would you say the following sentence in Spanish? I wake up at 7, but my brother wakes up at 8. Take your time, pause this video if you need, and we'll see the answers in a moment. And here is the answer. Me levanto a las 7, pero mi hermano se levanta a las 8. I hope this makes things more clear for you. But if your head is still spinning because of reflexive verbs, don't worry, you're not alone. At Spanish55.com, you'll find all the guidance and support you need to master this and other topics. Your first consultation is completely free. So what are you waiting for? And while you're at it, check out our podcast, Conquering Spanish, where you'll find inspiring real-life stories that will give you the motivation to keep on learning. You can find it on your favorite streaming platforms or in the description box below. Thank you for joining us today. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a like. I'll see you next time, or as we say, nos vemos pronto.